Hey guys, Dichu22 here, and I just wanted to give you guys an update as to where I've been. I mentioned a long time ago that I was moving to a new house. I moved into my new house, and I've moved in since the beginning of September, and I now have gotten used to my house. I love it. I enjoy it. It's like home to me now. However, it is kind of away from the main city than my old house was, so it's kind of a long drive. But I think the biggest adjustment would have to be driving to work from my new house, because at my old house, I mean, the commute was not as long, and it wasn't as long, so I didn't have to get up as early. But then when I moved to my new house, the commute got long, so I had to wake up earlier than I would love to. So yeah, that didn't help matters. And furthermore, it just kind of, like, it took longer to get there, as well as it took longer to get back home. And then when you add on top of that the duties that I had to do, I mean, granted, they were not thrust upon me, but they were because of the lack of business, in the sense that, well, I was making yogurt parfaits and fruit cups, but when the supplies got too expensive, not to mention people were not buying the stuff, I mean, work just suffered. And before I knew it, I ended up doing jobs that I just thought, no, I'm not doing that. Not to say that they're not practical, but it wasn't what I was, it's not what how do I put this? It wasn't what I was contracted to do. And, but like I said, the business got so bad that eventually they did lay me off. And as sad as it may seem, and as sad as that might sound, if anything, they actually did me a favor, really. So I'm happy to say that I'll have more time. So, which is good, because in addition to work, I've been run through the mill with homework, and oh my god, it's just, it never ends. I mean, granted, I get that, it's going to be like that when I get a real job, a real career. The only real difference is I'm not worried about school, but I am worried about school. So that's something right there. But with that said, though, I am going to be getting back to the swing of things fairly soon, I hope. But all I can tell you is that I do miss making videos, or rather, I've been making some videos, but I haven't, uploaded any. So yeah, I have been working behind the scenes. It's just I haven't posted anything yet. So yeah, there are some videos on the way, but all I can tell you is that, it's a busy life, but I'm adjusting. But there's a couple of other things I should say, and that is, I do love making videos. Of course, I have to focus on school, and as much as I enjoy making videos, school comes first, and as well as finding a new job. So if you're expecting videos, try not to, don't be upset if they don't come as often as they used to, but it is what it is. Nonetheless, though, I want to say thank you to all my subscribers, all my friends, that if it wasn't for you guys, and also for my enemies too. Like, for all the subscribers, thank you so much for watching me over the years, and I do appreciate it. I really do, and to some of you, I appreciate the stuff that you do on your channels. Well, most of you anyway, like, or at least the ones that I watch on a consistent basis. But to the subscribers, I thank you guys for the support. And I also want to thank my good friends like Grotus and the former Pika Pika Power, Jason, RPG, Ryoko, Conusboard, Jay Vertus, McButternugget 1, like John and Bryce, Super Mario Luke, the people at Much Games Guides, Banga, Newfie Banga, Cole NL112, Colette NL180, Ryan Bragg, Mr. Moves 87. Who else? Pap Slash, Jizawa Toad. Who else? Pika Plays HD, Rockhawk 64, Truhu 82. Who else? Rick XTN. Anyone else? Matt's LP Adventures, Moogle Master, or excuse me, not Moogle Master, Moogle Fantasy. My fault. Epic Hedgie. Now, Epic Hedgie is the newest person that I'm watching recently. He's very cool. Like, he is just he's just one of the nicest people you'll ever meet, and he's the kind of guy that wants to be your friend. And you know what? I can respect a guy like that. You know, especially someone who is willing to be a friend as long as you're willing to be a friend of his. You know, that sort of thing. But his content is really good, so do check that out whenever you get a chance to. I'll put a link in the description for Epic Hedgie, because most of the other people, I've mentioned them a number of times. It's like, it's not even funny. But, Magic Zenith, definitely check him out. Who else? A couple of underrated Let's Players, like, well, actually, they're not, this one's not a Let's Player, but rather a good friend nonetheless. Pink Poyo, or Pink Puff, I think his name is now. He always changes his name, so it's like, I can't even give you a consistent name, because who knows, it could change at any time. But let's see, who else? Tanman C. His friends, Tyrone Gaming, Pika Power, not Pika Pika Power, but Pika Pika Power, and then Greninja Power, and then let's see who else. I think that's about. And Crazy Candy Lady, and then who else? I think that's about it, unless I'm forgetting something. And then, of course, on Twitch, I want to do a shout out to the Gaming Beatdown, hosted by Andy, who is the owner of the channel on Twitch, as well as Matrix Mandible, as well as I'm trying to think of other streamers. And and Blue Bab 23, among others. I mean, there's other people that I can think of, but those are like the big ones right there. But as well as their friends as well. But I just want to say thank you guys for being a friend. And you guys do. I mean, those guys and you guys have done so much good on your channels. It just, whenever I get a chance to relax and enjoy, I enjoy it very much. And to even my enemies, and I never want to talk about my enemies, but believe it or not, it's because of them that I stepped up my game. As far as, getting new equipment. Like, before I used to use a Dazzle, but then I upgraded it to an AverMedia, and I love it. And in fact, it's so much easier to make a video because it used to be so much work to make it, or even just to set up, man. It was not even funny, but I like how you can easily set it up, and it's ready to go anytime you wish. Like, once you know what to do, it's like, you could just make a video like that. Which is great because it helps with making videos on the spur of a moment. And, but it was thanks to my enemies that if it wasn't for them, I never would have stepped up my game. And I just want to say thank you, because for as many horrible things as you might have done, in the sense that, like, these people, the people in question, they didn't so much go after me and insult me. It was the fact that they wouldn't talk to me. I mean, because I made an honest mistake towards them, and it was not an intentional mistake. It was not something that I intended to hurt them with. But no matter how much I tried to reach out to them, they wouldn't listen. And at the same token, though, they were having a lot of fun. And I wanted to join it, and instead of embracing that, they just rejected me like that. And yet it was because of them that I stepped up my game, and it was also because of them that I ended up doing more collabs. Like, whether it was featuring people on my channel, or being featured on their channel, or doing co-commentaries, like co-commentaries on one another's Let's Plays. But nonetheless, though, it was because of them that I could step up my game. And for the people in question, it's not so much I hate you, per se, but I hated your attitude towards me. And if you're watching this, the people in question, I just hope you realize that, I want you guys to be more sensible towards others, because I don't want you guys to just think that you can just run over anybody, or rather, that you can just take advantage of somebody, and then when things are good, and then, in other words, I don't want you to think that that I'm a piece of gum. Like, how do I put this? Actually, it wasn't even that. It was more that I made a mistake towards them, an honest one, and they wouldn't talk to me. And the only thing I can say after that is, well, I just hope you realize that you made a mistake yourself, but that I thank you for helping me get better as a Let's Player and a collaborator. So thank you. So, in fact, I can't really stay mad at them forever, the people in question. Because I learned that you can have a grudge against somebody, but it's not going to take care of itself. And it's not going to end with you doing it. It ends when you just let go. And if you ever have grudges, it's best to let go. I only wish I had known that sooner. But I just want to say thank you to my friends, to my enemies, and to the viewers for being patient with me. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. And until then, this is Taju22 signing off, and I say I'll be there.